afternoon, I'm Raine Musñgi. This is Newsfeed on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. Philippine shares sustained their momentum from the previous week, closing just below the 6,900 mark to start the week. The PSE index climbed 42.5 points or 0.6%. The benchmark index rose by as much as 1.4% before profit-taking kicked in. Property, mining, and oil and financials led the gains, adding more than 1% each. Total value turnover improved to 7.6 billion pesos, while decliners outnumbered advancers 104-94. Goldman Sachs lowers the odds of a recession in the U.S. in the next 12 months. From 25%, it's now down to a 20% chance, thanks to improving data on jobless claims and retail sales. It adds if the U.S. jobs report for August will remain positive, Goldman Sachs can cut the probability of a recession in the U.S. to 15%. The banking firm, meanwhile, expects the Federal Reserve to cut rates by 25 basis points at its September meeting. Back here at home, after 3 straight weeks of rollbacks, motorists should expect an increase in pump prices effective 6 a.m. Tuesday. Oil firms have announced they will hike gasoline prices by 1 peso per liter and diesel by 1 peso and 20 centavos. Kerosene prices will also go up by a peso per liter. The latest now on the case of dismissed Bamban Mayor Alice Guo, Senator Risa Hontiveros reveals she received information Guo has already left the Philippines. Hontiveros says Guo flew to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia on July 17. She then made a stop in Singapore where she met her parents. Hontiveros calls on relevant government agencies to investigate how Guo was able to flee. New tensions in the West Philippine Sea as China and the Philippines accuse each other of provocation. China initially accused the Philippine Coast Guard vessels of illegally entering Chinese waters, and one of them deliberately collided a Chinese ship near Ayungin Shoal. But the National Task Force in the West Philippine Sea insists it was China that displayed aggressive behavior in disputed waters. But Jonathan Malaya, Assistant Director General of the National Security Council, says the unlawful maneuvers of Chinese vessels led to the collision.
Despite these incidents, both PCG vessels remain committed to and shall proceed with their missions of delivering essential supplies to personnel stationed on Patak and Layawak Islands. The PCG stands firm in its responsibility to ensure the safety and security of our maritime domain while addressing any and all threats to our national interest.
Meanwhile, House Speaker Martin Romualdez strongly condemns what he calls China's illegal maneuvers in disputed waters. Romualdez blames China's aggressive behavior for the collisions between Chinese and Philippine Coast Guard vessels, which could have led to tragic consequences. The speaker also describes Beijing's latest actions as a direct affront to the country's sovereignty and a blatant violation of international law. The Philippines has detected a new mpox case. The health department says the case was reported to the agency on Sunday. This is the country's 10th since December 2023 and the first since the World Health Organization declared mpox a public health emergency of international concern. Mpox outbreaks have been reported in Africa, and cases have also been detected in parts of Europe and Asia.
Ito ay na-detect last August 18. Ito ay case ng isang 33 taong lalaki, Pilipino siya, wala siyang travel history. So hindi siya nanggaling ng Africa or ibang bansa. So that means at may close and intimate contact siya before the symptoms started.
Due to volcanic smog or VOG from Taal volcano, some towns in the Calabarzon region suspended classes earlier. According to FIVOX, Wind condition and the voluminous steaming from Taal volcano caused the fog to spread to surrounding towns. PHIVOLCS defines fog as fine droplets containing volcanic gas such as sulfur dioxide, an acidic substance which can cause irritation of the eyes, throat, and the respiratory tract. The Foreign Affairs Department prepares its repatriation plans for Filipinos in Lebanon as it puts the country under Alert Level 3. This allows Filipinos to voluntarily repatriate amid potential external threats from Israel. DFA Undersecretary Eduardo de Vega, however, indicated that the alert level could be raised to 4. This if a large-scale internal conflict or full-blown external attack takes place. A mandatory evacuation of Filipinos would then be implemented. For now, De Vega urges against unnecessary alarm, saying that there is still normalcy in Lebanon, as Beirut, the capital, is currently not a war zone. Only less than 10% of the 11,000 Filipinos living in Lebanon expressed a desire to be repatriated. And those are the news this hour. I'm Raine Musñgi. Stay tuned to BNC on Free TV Channel 31 and also on our website, bnc.ph. Bilyonaryo News Channel, always on top. Good afternoon.